welcome everybody. We back, episode 11, season 2.
Season 2, baby.
B&B on the clock. We back. It's your coach, the guy, Coach Reg. It's my co-host, JB the Kid 1. We back. It's season 2. I tried to get this soundboard to work. It didn't work. I'm over it.
I forgot to ask you about that.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. It didn't work.
Man.
I gotta get the roadcaster. It's.
Hey, don't worry. I'm getting the roadcaster too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I've done all my research while I was playing with that John. It just, they call the one I bought a roadcaster killer, but it didn't kill anything. It killed my sound every time I tried to use it. So I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm back to normal potting. Got my normal setup here. Got my cup. You got your cup?
Yes, sir.
Cheers to a great episode. And we here. We talked on the preview show about what we did while we was away. I went on my trip. He worked. We did stuff with the kids. Halloween was last week. That's why we didn't pie. So yeah, tell me how your Halloween went with Deuce, man. That's his first one, right?
Yeah.
Well, first one that he really remembered. Yeah.
That's his first one altogether. So last year was COVID and he was one.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So but no, it was actually pretty good. So for those that don't know, it's probably the first time I'm actually speaking publicly about it. Deuce has epilepsy. And so so Deuce has epilepsy. So the big thing I appreciate, it was actually probably one of the most thoughtful things I see in the military community. They had what's called a sensory trick or treat. So between while daylight or whatever, they had no lights, no nothing. They could just go out and trick or treat or whatever for all the kids that were sensitive to lights, sounds, and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Deuce went out, man, and he got his little trick or treat on. It was no little monsters or nothing scaring or whatever. It was real friendly. So he enjoyed it. He was trying to eat candy on the way in. We had to tell him hey, wait till we get to the house or whatever. Right. But yeah, and then about an hour later, the two older ones, even with Deuce, we just put them in a stroller. We just went out. Man, when I tell you it was easily about 1,000 kids here on Ramstein Air Base, because you have people from the community that come on base to trick or treat because Germans don't believe in it. Right. So everybody came on base. It was packed. I'm talking about all types of costumes. If I had $1 for every Squid Game costume I seen, I
was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was some crazy costumes. We had people on stilts.
So what did the kids dress up as? What was everybody's costume?
So I was the Grim Reaper.
Okay.
Deuce was a dinosaur. Twyla was a mom. We had Samantha was Wonder Woman. Man, she pulled that off because she had the rope or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Was it Truth? Lasso Truth?
Yeah, Lasso Truth. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Matthew was this dude named 8-Ball for Fortnite or whatever.
Okay, yeah, I see that because kids used to play Fortnite.
Yeah, so I'm about to say everybody got what they. That's usually how I do this whole, because I didn't grow up trick or treating or whatever. We had Hallelujah night, so I didn't really do too much trick or treating. So now as a kid, as a kid, now as an adult, I get to go out with the kids, at least dress up with a costume. So everybody has their own individual. That's what we don't. I think next year we might try to do a theme or whatever. We try to say that for Christmas. Christmas is where we dress up.
Right.
But it was fun though. I enjoyed it. I think the kids enjoyed it. We still got a whole box full of candy back there.
Yeah. So none
of fun though.
So none of my except for the little one, she was. Oh, I forgot what she was, to be honest, because I didn't know what that costume was. But whatever it was, she loved it because she went to 3 different Halloween parties and she had a ball. Yeah, she went to one at school, one for the after school program, and then one of the kids at school had a Halloween party. So she was Halloweened out. So she had a ball. So she had a ball. The older kids, they don't really celebrate Halloween. They too cool for school now. They don't dress up no more. They teenagers. It is what it is.
Man,
not mad at it. So I don't get to do the whole go outside and trick or treat no more because she's in North Carolina, and she loves it down there. She really, really does like it in Charlotte. It was an adjustment, but she likes.
She is in Charlotte, then, huh?
Yeah, she's in Charlotte.
What school she go to? Do you know?
Oh shit! I do know because I got to do something for it. Actually, hold on. I got a name right here because she just sent me something I got to do for her. I got to donate to the school or something like that. She Palisade, something like that.
Oh no, you gotta send me the link. I think I know what you're talking about. It's been a while. So my sisters and them still stay down there. So a lot of like the elementary schools and middle schools and stuff I still know or whatever.
Yeah, I
So for
forget.
middle school up, mainly for middle school up to high schools, I'm pretty familiar. Like when it comes to elementary school or like the magnet schools and stuff like that, I'm not too familiar because they're new. They're newer
Okay.
schools. So like,
Yeah,
but
it's a
you know, my
charter
pilot
school.
said, oh, okay,
It's
that's why. Okay,
it's a charter
okay.
school.
Yeah.
So
But you said it's like Palisade. That sounds so familiar.
yeah, it's like a suburb of Charlotte. So it's like right outside of Charlotte. So it's like one of the suburb communities. Like it's it's the high end, but it's the low end of I guess the
The low end
suburbs
of
of
the high
Charlotte.
end.
Huh?
So
Yeah.
I'm about to say you got to give me like streets and stuff. I can tell you exactly what she said, what
So
neighborhood she
what's the
around.
community where like the Charlotte play like the Panthers players live at? It's like a community where all the players live at.
Oh, first of all, sir, she stay over there like in Lake Norman. Like that's where like
Yeah, like somewhere
uh
around there.
that's where all
Yeah.
the players, like the basketball players,
Yeah, because
everybody stay over there.
it's
Or
like a
Mallet
couple of
Creek.
it's like a couple of football players' kids go to her after school program.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like they was making a big deal because I think I forget who she said was there because one of the players was actually there for
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah.
And her mom was telling me that they was making it a big deal, and she was like, "I don't know what that is. Like, I don't watch football, so why would I care?"
Right.
So she was telling me about it, and I'm like, "Oh, wow!" Like, she was like, "Yeah," she was like, "It's different." She was like, "It's totally different than Philly, and your daughter loves it, and that's all that matters." Like, she's
Hey,
happy.
I'm about to say Charlotte's a good place to go. I would say like going living there was like pretty cool coming from like Pennsylvania. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
like coming like from like the Philly area, what I can only
Yeah,
imagine because you got the Carolina Panthers, which are huge. And
yeah.
then when I got there when Jordan took over for the
Okay.
Bobcats. So like you can only imagine like that's when Al Jefferson was still on the team. So
Oh
Al
yeah, yeah,
Jefferson
yeah.
used to show up at the high school on a regular, like it was like that, or then like Tar Heel Nation. Everybody come out now. Tar Heel Nation and Duke is big down there too. So it's a big sport. Charlotte is like the mecca. It should be the capital in
Yeah.
my opinion because like everything is down there. It's really really busy down there. I like it. But that's what's up, man. I'm glad she likes it though. Shoot, it
Yeah,
gives me a
she.
reason to look her up when I go down to visit Charlotte.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So definitely was a good move for them. I'm happy they're happy. So she caught the bus for the first time
Jesus be up there.
yesterday. She caught the school bus for the first time by herself. So she had to catch the school bus yesterday. So she finally got approved to get on the school bus. So her mom didn't have to take her to school no more. So we got video of her running to go catch the school bus. And it's so cute because she's not used to none of that. So it was just
Heck
like,
no,
oh,
bro. She got a cell phone. See, look at
no,
me. I'm a parent.
right.
I'm a whole parent. She got
So
a
that's
cell
next.
phone.
Next,
Hey,
next is the cell phone. Next is the cell
man.
phone.
I remember my niece had one. She was like 6 and she had like a little track phone.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
that's
like,
next. Yeah, the
yeah.
cell phone is next, man, because she gotta take the bus every day. So yeah, that's the next thing. Like, but yeah, man, it's I can't complain, man. Life is good, man. Everything going on around here is good. Work is work. It's the same bull BS that it's been, but it's still work, and I still go there every day and put a smile on my
Yeah.
face, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, we're kicking my behind too. But hey, real quick, let's give a shout out to my man Reggie rocking the t-shirt real
Hey, that's
quick.
right.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I see you,
I
big
gotta
dog.
get you one. I gotta get you yours and send you your shirts.
That's all right.
But I
Look,
got
that's all
you.
right. I'm gonna
I
keep on
got
repping
you.
my hippie gang. You feel me? But
Yeah, man.
I like what you're doing, man. I like
So
it.
yes, this is a prototype of the merch. Merch is coming soon. This
Merch
is
is on
definitely
the way.
this is the prototype. This was one of the prototypes. I have a white one and I have a black one. These are the prototypes for our merch. Yes, BNB on the clock merch is coming soon for y'all. Y'all
We
will be
going
seeing the merch.
up.
Yeah, man. Listen, before we start, follow us on everything. Get YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the iHeartRadio now, all that, man. You follow us on all streaming platforms, man. We here. We back. So we're gonna jump right on the clock, man, because we got a lot to talk about. We missed a lot. We had a month off. We told y'all on the preview show what we did for our month off, but now we back and we're gonna get right into it, man. We're gonna jump right into the show.
Disclaimer, real quick. I just want to say
it's a lot of sports today.
I'm about to say real quick to all my fans that were looking for topics. It's probably not the episode you might want to listen to, and just want to give you a heads up because we got a lot of sports to talk about. And we're gonna kick it off. I'm gonna save basketball for later. We're gonna talk about the NFL.
Okay, let's start with the NFL.
NFL. Because we are Eagles fans, we are going to talk about our Eagles real quick. I just want to say, Reggie, here's the thing, okay? Real quick, I will say this. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually miss Carson Wentz, okay?
I knew it was coming. I just was waiting.
There, I said it. Now, here's my reasoning, okay? Here's my reasoning.
Uh-huh.
Because, and I see why he had to leave. All right, here's one. He couldn't stay in Philly because
he couldn't stay.
We didn't have the team that was set up for him in Indianapolis. Right. However, the team in Indianapolis reminds me of when Carson Wentz was doing his thing right before he got injured.
Exactly.
Okay? So I will say that he seems more comfortable and like we said at the beginning, I will say this. I knew he was going to thrive in Frank Reich's system. Everybody maybe a piece or two away from actually making some serious noise in Indianapolis. But when you got one of the best offensive linemen, if not the best offensive lineman in the game right now, you have up and coming receivers. Your boy,
you got a running back who can run the ball.
I keep on forgetting his name.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Lord, boy, listen.
First of all, I wanted the Eagles to draft him instead of Boobie Miles personally.
Yeah,
I really did because I think he set the record for all time rushing yards in college or whatever coming out of Wisconsin, I think. So I'm like, that team right there. But Jalen Hurts he needs a team. You can see that the coach Sirianni does not know what he wants to do. And I will say this. I feel like the team is now buying into his system. It took almost 8 games to get there. I feel like now, but it's like
that was the Lions. I'm gonna preface that for Sunday. If they win Sunday,
okay, then we on to something. We might be
on to something. If they get smacked Sunday and Jalen looks bad,
I was about to say if it's a loss, that's okay, but they were just a better team loss.
Right.
I can take that. Because I'm not expecting them to win on Sunday. As much as I would love them to.
Listen.
We talked about it offline. I want them to win, right? But at the same time, this is this will be the most monumental draft in my lifetime I've seen for the Eagles. So if we're going to get 3 first-round picks. That's going to happen.
Because Carson's playing. He's playing.
He's not going to stop. God forbid he gets injured. But I'm I think we're going to win this trade to get the first-round pick.
Oh, yeah, we get the first-round pick.
I tell you what, if we have a first-round pick, if we have 3 of them, one of them got to be a QB, and I got the QB in mind already.
Oh, so you ready to get rid of Jalen already?
Jalen's going to stay. Jalen's going to stay. Jalen's going to stay.
Okay.
But just like they did with Carson Wentz and they drafted Jalen, I'm going to need them to go ahead and draft Malik Willis out of Liberty real quick. He's not like the Patrick Mahomes thrower of the ball.
Oh, no, he's not. But he can go.
But his athleticism and the way he moved, or Sam Howell out of North Carolina, because that's one dude that can just throw the ball. He just ain't got nobody in North Carolina right now.
Yeah, he don't got nobody in North Carolina.
Everybody got drafted last year, so he's out of the options. But
Sam Howell was nice. I like Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell's decent. And then, of course, I want my boy Derek Sinley out of LSU. If we don't get him with the Miami pick, something wrong with the Eagles front office. Because, if they mess that's a top 3 pick guaranteed. Okay.
Listen, this is the most monumental draft they'll have in years, and you can't mess this up, Howie. Howie can't mess this up. I'm afraid because Howie's making the picks. So for me,
no, I told you.
But I know you keep saying that. You keep saying that.
But it's accurate. I mean, proof is in the pudding. All the top, I'll say the top 10 picks. Any top 10 pick that he's had, he's hit the nail on the head. Honestly,
he has.
I give him that. I give him that because you got my man's. Lane Johnson.
Yeah.
You had Carson Wentz. I'm trying to think of somebody else in the top 10. I don't think Fletcher Cox was like 15.
He's at 15, but it was a great pick.
Yeah, it was still a great pick. But I'm like, and then you got Devontae Smith. Those were 3 picks in my recent memory. I don't know off the top of my head that you didn't mess up on.
You didn't mess up.
I don't see because when you think about it, when you have a top 2, 3 pick, it's real hard for you to fumble the bag on that.
You can't fumble the bag on that. Like that's too hard to fumble.
It's been very rare when somebody has fumbled. For instance, Vince Young. I will always talk about Vince Young, and I always talk about
Ryan Leaf.
I was
Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
I can run down some bad top 10 picks.
Man. But yeah, so I just think that's enough I got to say about the Eagles or whatever. As far as football, how about that man, Thomas Brady? Okay,
Thomas Edward Brady, Edward Brady, as Skip calls him. Yeah, man. Listen. That he's an alien. Like that's what you call an alien right there.
The crazy part is Brett Favre tried to do the same thing, then nearly did. That's how I was telling somebody the other day at work. I was like, Brett Favre played until he was like 60, and you could tell he legit went off a cliff.
Right.
Something else is Tom Brady is not human. He's not. So I was like, I like how the Bucks are looking. Side note, breaking news. For those that didn't see, all my sports fans out there, OBJ just got done released. Where's he going, Reggie?
I don't know, but I hope he don't go to Dallas. I hope he don't go to Dallas because that is the first team I saw.
I don't think he's going to go to Dallas. I think he's going to go to the Rams.
Please, dear God. I don't want him to go there either.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see it. I do. Because they got my boy Ron Miller. Oh.
Yo, listen, the Rams are playing. Listen, the Rams are playing to win. They playing to win this year.
That's what I will say. Like with Matt Stafford given the chance that he has or whatever, like it's no man. Look, go with the Rams. Go win that chip real quick. I didn't like the way they released Deshaun Jackson though. I didn't like that. No,
Deshaun asked for his release. He asked for his release. He asked to be traded first. They was trying to work out a trade.
Yeah.
And he didn't get traded, so he asked, could he be released? Like, so I'm not mad at them for that. Listen, but for them, I would be upset because he was making big plays for y'all.
Yeah, like I think that last game he played, he had like a 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Like he was making big plays. Listen, like
it makes sense.
Deshaun can still go, but he felt like he wasn't getting the ball enough there. Like they wasn't looking for him enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he wanted out. He wanted out. So I understand it on his end.
Hey, like, you know what? I think he always got a room. He always got a room in the Philadelphia end, though.
Listen, man, he always got room.
He always got a room over there. You just come on home real quick.
He come back home. Man. Listen, he come back home because listen, I ain't happy with the rest of these dudes that's here anyway. So besides Devontae,
real quick before we switch over to basketball, real quick, who you got going to the Super Bowl now that you've seen the first half of the season?
Man, listen, I still got the Buccaneers in the NFC.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not going against Tom. Like Tom is showing us that you can't go against him. AFC.
That's hard, right?
That's too hard, man. I don't know. That shit wide open. And Kansas City looked bad. Kansas City looked bad. I thought Kansas City was going to walk away. I ain't gonna lie to you. They look bad.
I tell you what, I got the Ravens now.
You got the Ravens?
I got Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson pull this off, all he needs right now is OBJ. If he gets OBJ to go against the Browns, like that's a perfect storyline. I'm gonna go off on you against a team that just let me go. It wasn't thrown to me.
I like Cincinnati. I like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
They're not there yet.
They're not there yet. Okay.
They're not there yet. However,
but I like Buffalo too. I like Buffalo.
Buffalo consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like they consistent.
I like Buffalo too.
So I can't really knock that one. But yeah, I agree with you. I would have to say though, was not sleep. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts actually do something either.
Listen, with Derrick Henry getting injured, Tennessee's in trouble. Tennessee is in trouble.
I just want to let people know. I can't wait for Adrian Peterson to remind y'all who A All Day is. He's about to go back to All Day. For those that know All Day, I'm talking about I tore my ACL yesterday and I'm coming back tomorrow. That All Day. I can't wait. I'm the biggest Adrian Peterson fan ever. And I want people to remember, like, it's so funny when I was like, that's the first person I thought I was like, bro, let's get Adrian Peterson, bro. Like, you seen what he did with the Redskins when they lost the running back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his
everywhere
legs
he's
fresh
gone,
too. His legs fresh. He ain't played.
Fresh.
His legs fresh.
I was like, with that offensive line blocking for him. And then like one thing I can say about Tannehill is like he going to do a couple play action, then he going over the top of Julio on my man. Look,
listen,
let Adrian Peterson work real quick. And
listen,
if it works out, they're gonna be okay. Do I see them coming out the West though? No, but they'll be okay. They'll be okay though. But yes, that's my football take though.
Them Colts. I said it for the beginning of the season. I said it in the preseason. I said it when he got there. I told everybody who would listen that Carson Wentz would be Carson Wentz again. I've been saying it.
Not because it's been some games.
Listen, he's had bad games, and he had a bad game last week. Like last week, them 2 costly turnovers for them to lose the game. Like, I'm not going to say he's been perfect, but he's been Carson Wentz.
Oh no, he's Carson. He's back. I'll say that. I'll tell everybody Carson Wentz is back. But I just like he's to me. It's like what did Stephen A. say? An accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, he accident waiting to happen.
So that's why I be like.
He the Cowboys.
I tell you what, though. The Cowboys don't.
Listen, Cowboys scary. They scary. They scary good.
Well, hey, let's switch it over to basketball real quick.
Woo, Lord, let's talk about this thing here. Where you want to start at the basketball? You want to talk about teams? You want to talk about a certain player? Where you want to start?
We could talk about a certain player real quick. I'm gonna start off with the Kyrie Irving situation.
Okay, we can talk. I thought we were gonna say that when we talk about the COVID vaccinations and all that. We could tie that in. We could tie that in briefly. I just don't want to expound on it too much because everybody's seen the report. I just want to offer my opinion. Whatever. Because I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers at the same time too. So we do it right now. We do it right now.
I'm about to say, let's knock that out right now. So if y'all don't know, real quick, Aaron Rodgers just got caught in a lie. He said he was vaccinated.
The biggest fucking no. He said he was immunized. He never said he was vaccinated.
First of all, same difference. Goofy. Like he's so dumb for that. I was like, really, it's the same thing. But he said he was immunized or whatever. Then he got COVID or whatever, and then it came out or whatever. It got leaked or whatever that he wasn't. Right now he's playing the why did y'all leak this? I feel violated. All these y'all woke or whatever. He got caught in a lot, right?
He broke the protocols though. Like you broke the protocols.
He got caught in a lot, broke protocols and all that. So everybody's like, hey, like, should he be suspended? Here's the thing I have an issue with. And this is for Stephen A. Jay Williams really, I watched that whole, it was like 3 guys watched it on YouTube. They had to break up in 3 statements. That's how long it was.
Yes.
Jay Williams called out Stephen A. because as much as he went on his little show was talking about Kyrie, was bad mouthing him and everything, right?
Yep.
And I get Stephen A's point, where Stephen A was like, Kyrie basically recruited Kevin Durant and James Harden, so you kind of owe them to be on the court. Got it, track it. However, you can't bash the man for saying, like, he told y'all, nah, I'm not getting it, right? He told y'all up front. He didn't lie about it. He didn't try to sneak his way in there. Said, nah, like, until y'all change the rule or whatever, I'm not getting it. Boom. His teammates apparently accepted it. They miss him, of course they do, but they can't do nothing but respect it. Aaron Rodgers said, F y'all rules and whatever. Nobody's going off on Aaron Rodgers as much as y'all going off of Kyrie. And that was my issue with this whole Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie thing. Whatever. Right. I just feel like Jay Williams said to Stephen A, I need that same energy y'all was having for Kyrie's head. I need that on Aaron Rodgers. That's it. As they all keep it the same.
So here's my thing with Aaron Rodgers, right? Because Carson Wentz is not vaccinated either. Carson Wentz is not vaccinated, but what Carson Wentz does, because he doesn't break protocol, if you ever watch the games, watch a Colts game, he's always got a mask on when he's on the sideline. The only time he doesn't have a mask on is when he puts his helmet on. So he's staying with protocols because he said he doesn't believe in the vaccines. So he's not getting vaccinated. So he's following protocol by wearing a mask. Aaron Rodgers, you could have done the same exact thing, bro. You could have just wore a mask. But see, you wanted to be the guy who breaks the rules, who lies to everybody, because you really didn't want to be in Green Bay anyway. So now you there because you worked that out so you can leave at the end of the season and you caught COVID. And now you're finding out that you didn't even get vaccinated and you've been lying the whole time. Yeah, I don't.
And then here the thing is too, they talking about the organization knew. That's even worse.
Yeah, and they trying to act like they ain't know. Them niggas, they knew.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't know nothing. But we'll go to show. I would say as far as the NBA, going back to the NBA, I just want to touch on that point real quick. But I feel like, hey, Kyrie go do Kyrie. I will agree with Stephen A on this. I will agree with this. Kyrie has a lot of excuses not to show up to work.
Listen, Kyrie will be there in January.
Oh, absolutely. And here's the thing: we just got an election.
You can book it.
I'm about to say that election, right? With the new mayor,
the new mayor. The new mayor already said, "I'm reversing the rule so Kyrie can play ball." That was his exact words.
Yeah, no. So I was gonna say, like, I'm not tripping on it. I'm just saying, like, that I'm not really tripping on Kyrie. When Kyrie come back, he gonna do Kyrie things.
He gonna do Kyrie things.
Yeah, we're all gonna be rooting for him. Big whoop.
Brooklyn gonna
now,
be
I will say that the Brooklyn Nets do look different. I didn't think they would look as different, but they do look different.
I did. I thought they would look different without Kyrie.
And they do look different. They look human.
Yeah.
I'll let you in a minute after I talk about my Lakers real quick. Let me tell you something. I don't wake up at 4:00 in the morning. I hope the Lakers are watching this. Somebody may watch it. I don't wake up at 4:00 in the morning. Maybe 5 sometimes when I feel real groggy. I don't wake up to see y'all blowing out OKC. I would doze off. Wake up around like 6:30 to see that we have a tie game. That shouldn't happen, okay? All right? I seen it twice, okay? And they're the only 2 wins OKC has. Only 2 wins OKC has. And they did it without LeBron James being on the court. If that doesn't scream MVP like person or the best player in the game, I don't know what else does. That's all I'm gonna say after that. Because there's no reason you still have now, mind you, I'll talk about last night real quick. Russell Westbrook actually shot really good from the 3-point line. Believe it or not.
And they still lost.
Because of dumbass Westbrook. As much as I love him, I love to hate him because this dude, Carmelo, was hot. He hit a 3 to tie the game up. Not tie the game up, bring it within 1.
My guy.
Man, listen, he been on. Boy, okay? I knew he was going to be like the 6th man the Lakers needed, but I didn't know it was going to hit like this. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was going to hit like this. Professional bucket. And I keep telling everybody he's a professional bucket. I knew he was going to hit, but I didn't think it was going to be hot. Like, he came down, hit that 3, and he put a ball in 1. I was like, all right, cool. Foul him. They go hit the little 2 3-pointers. Why did Russell bring the ball down and shoot, knowing dang well your boy Melo? I just knew it was going to be Melo at the Garden. I just knew to play, get Melo the ball. I just knew it. And he messed around and hit that. I'm like, bro. And then, like, when he had a costly turnover, he just threw and lost control of the ball. I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why everybody was so critical of the move or whatever.
That's why everybody said they should have got Buddy Hield. This is why people said they should have got Buddy Hield.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The reason why I don't want Buddy Hield because Buddy Hield don't play defense. Frank Vogel plays defense. That's simple as that. He's a good shooter, whatever. But if that's the case, I'd rather have trade for Devin Booker than to get
Phoenix.
No.
Devin Booker.
First of all, with GM LeBron, I seen some things that ain't supposed to happen. Okay, I see some. We ain't had no draft picks. So all of a sudden, we had draft picks to give it to Washington or give Russell Westbrook. Anything is possible. Like I said, I'm a Lakers fan. I've seen it all. Okay, I've seen it all.
You are. Can we talk about my Sixers? Can we talk about my Sixers?
Let's talk about this.
You see how I smile? My boy's in second place without the light skin boy.
Oh well, see, that's the thing though. Like,
and my boys is balling.
Yeah, I'm about to say we seen that. Side note, you seen your boy lost his game check today.
Absolutely, because he don't want to show up. He don't want to show up to the doctors. You said you mental. You said you got mental issues. Cool. All right, come see the psychiatrist. Like the doctor's waiting on you. Like if I say that at work, I gotta go see a doctor. If I don't go see a doctor, I can't come back to work until the doctor say I'm clear. So you shouldn't get paid until you go see the doctor.
Hey, I was like, and every time they still like, I feel like something's gonna happen. I think Ben's about to play soon. I say that Ben's about to play
December 15th. He'll be after December 15th. He'll be traded. Because what happens is all the people who are on the last year of their deals, they become eligible for trade. So December 15th, he's gone. He will not wear a Sixers uniform this year.
That's fine. Because
I know Daryl Morey's talking that shit that he's going to hold him for 4 years, and if he don't ever step on the court, he just going to pay us back our money and all that. They're going to trade him.
Absolutely.
What needs to happen is what the Sixers fans want. What we all Sixers fans want. Portland just needs to give up Dame, and Dame just needs to agree to come. Dame heard it. He was on the foul line and heard what the fans said. We want Lillard. Listen, Dame, you just need to come on home, baby. Like, just come on to Philly, baby. We love you here. We gonna show you love. We gonna show you real love.
I got 2 trades I want to see, and it's funny because one is for Dame on the Sixers. I actually want to see. It's crazy. Everybody like you hate on the Sixers all the time. I was like, I actually don't hate on the Sixers. I just want to see Joel Embiid. I like seeing the 1-2 punch. Like I always love seeing a 1-2 punch.
Right.
A good 1-2 punch, a solid 1-2 punch. Like you have Giannis and you have Chris Middleton. They work.
Yeah, they work.
I loved Lonzo and freaking Zion last year. That was a good 1-2 punch.
I like Lonzo in Chicago better though. I like Lonzo.
Listen. Hey, let's talk real quick. I'm the biggest Ball Brothers fan of all time.
You are.
LeVar is a genius. Okay, and I want to say this for all those people that said LeVar didn't know what he was talking about.
He knew what he was talking about.
Y'all, if one person know his kids, LeVar know what he was talking about. All he said was his sons played up tempo, sit there about like 5-6, respectively. He was like, "Hey, if you get them boys running, they're gonna prosper. Look at the Hornets and look at the Bulls. What do they do best? Run. You got my boy LeAngelo, not LeAngelo, Melo." When he be running that fast break, when they always say, "Oh, y'all compare him to Magic Johnson," do you see why? Like, I made my 2K player after LaMelo. Okay, like that dude in that offense that they run with him and Miles Bridges. I knew Miles Bridges was nice, but he got to get paid. Up a step this year. Like he might be most improved.
MJ, you gotta pay Miles Bridges, sir. You don't got no choice now.
I need a nice check. I need a nice check too.
He gotta get a bag. He gotta get a bag.
But you gotta say some room though, because you know LaMelo, he's the face of the franchise. So he about to get that max. Ooh. Yeah. And guess what? If see, that's why I love LeVar, because if freaking Lonzo get a max and then Melo get a max, bro, that's $500 million. You're almost to $1 billion. Oh my gosh. Speak it into existence, people. Okay.
Speak it into existence. Listen, I like Chicago, even though we beat them the other night. My Sixers beat them the other night, and that was a great game.
I'm about to say, first of all, that block
listen.
Joel had.
Hey, listen.
All ball.
Listen here.
Like, hey, that is some. And the crazy, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate DeMar DeRozan for attempting that dunk. Because I don't think a lot of people would have actually did it. Honestly, real rap. I appreciate his response afterwards when he gave Joel the head nod. Like, that was a nice one. That was nice. It was. Because he know, like, legit, like,
yeah, you got me.
That was a clean block too.
Met me at the summit. We meet at the summit and see what happened.
I was like, look, unless you about like 6'10" and got some bunnies, bro, you not about to just easily dunk on Joel Embiid, bro. Like,
Listen,
It's been rare few people, and I think I can name
John Collins. John Collins is one. He got bunnies. He got different level bunnies.
And I think it was like Jason Tatum got him one time.
Yeah, this Tatum got him one time.
But I'm trying to think.
It ain't too many people that got him.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's been a lot of people attempted though. A lot of people attempted.
And they found out like DeMar DeRozan, you go the other way. but
no, I think as far as coming out the East though, it's too early. But I wouldn't sleep too early. I wouldn't sleep on the Heat. The Heat actually put up some numbers low key.
Low key. The Heat
out the West though. I'm always going to be biased to my Lakers. However, whatever the Warriors got cooking down there in the Bay Area.
I was waiting for you because Mr. Curry said, "We are back. We are back. We playing having fun."
Well-oiled machine. Okay,
listen, bro.
And the crazy part is, you never know when they're going to make a trade against somebody else. That's the scary part.
Here's the thing: come January, Mr. Number 77, who's mad as hell, he feel disrespected, is coming back. Clay is coming back. He said, y'all disrespected me by not putting me on the 75 player list. We're going to talk about that list too. We got some talking to do about that list. But listen.
I'm about to say, let's segue into it real quick. How you feel about that list?
Listen, I understand they had the grandfather in the first 50. I don't like that they grandfathered the first 50. I'm actually in the mindset of Gilbert Arenas where they should have took the whole list, put it on the board, and took people off from the first 50 and put them against today's players. Like, do this person stack with this person? Because you got guys on that list who only played in the league when they only had 8 teams. Like, I love the George Mikan drill. Oh, yeah, that's a great drill. But you know why he had that drill? You know how that drill's named after him? The motherfucker shot 40% from the field. He couldn't make layups. That's why the drill is named after him.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
So you're going to tell me that somebody, I understand he's a founding father of the game. You know, he was in the game a long time.
So here's why I disagree with the Gilbert Arenas thing, and this is the only reason why I say it's certain people, right? It's like if for baseball or football, like there's some people when they do like the top 100 list of all time or whatever for they had an anniversary for the NFL last year, right?
Yeah.
The greatest players or whatever. There's some people, okay, they played in leather helmets and stuff. Like you're talking about, like it's not going to be the same, but because of what they contributed to the game, you just cannot leave them off the list. So that's why I was like.
But I got Gilbert's point though.
His point is valid.
Take stats. Let's just use what Gilbert used, which was perfect. Was he said use all NBA, all defense, and how many points they scored total. 20,000 points get you on the list automatically. 20,000 gets you on the list.
Okay, but here's the thing. What I was saying is
not all-star games.
No, I was going to say off rip. I'm a little. I'm always gonna be shaky on this. It's some people on there like I don't feel like Bill Russell a player.
Bill Russell's the most winningest player.
But here's the thing.
He's third. He's technically third all time in blocks.
But listen, all right, hear me out though. As far as a player, he will be an average player in today's league. That's a fact. 2, he would be like maybe maybe a Rudy Gobert, maybe, and that's a maybe because he's 6'9". Okay, he's 6'9".
True.
He's 6'9". Let's put that in that. He's not about to sit there and go because like maybe Andre Drummond is probably the closest thing we've seen to how he gobbles up rebounds and protects the rim. Honestly, that's what I say. He might be a Rudy Gobert because like rebounding is a gift. We've seen that with Dennis Rodman. Like some of the. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that you're like, okay, like, that's your gift to rebound the basketball. But he's known for his defense, like you said, his defense. Because I feel like you've been a nice defender, but it's also...
He's the defender that held Wilt to 30 points a game. So you got to realize Wilt was averaging almost 50. So if you can hold that man to 30, your defense says something.
Yeah, but I also agree.
And Will always said that was the hardest person he ever had to play against.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and I was going to say too, like what I do agree with Gilbert is like, yeah, like how they always say like Bill Russell 110. There was only 8 teams, bro.
Yeah.
It was only like 18. So like, woo, like I'm not really impressed. Not I hate to say it like that, but I wasn't really impressed. Try doing that in like when you had about 30 teams or whatever, and you went to 10 straight and you won 10. All right, bro. Well, you might be the greatest ever that ever lived if you did something like that, but you only did it with 18. Now, as far as what he contributed as being like the first African American coach, and then he became like I got rings on top of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That might be a whole different. That's why I say he should be on the top 75 for something like that. For that reasoning. But like you leave Dwight Howard off that top 75, we got a problem, man. Anthony Davis is on that top 75 list. Sorry, he's not on the top 10 over Dwight. No,
Anthony Davis shouldn't be on there over Dwight. That right there, that bothered me a lot. Clay not being on that list bothered me. Kyrie not being on that list bothered me. Listen, Kyrie Irving is not on that list. Yeah, you got the conceited face because you already know how I feel about Kyrie. How I feel about Kyrie.
No, all right. So, why do you feel like he should be on the list over Allen Iverson?
He shouldn't be over AI. He should be on there over some of them older players, not AI.
Like Pistol Pete, he will be over Pistol Pete.
No, he wouldn't be over Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete was a game.
Find me a point guard. Find me a point guard.
Find you. I gotta look at the list again, but I give you some names.
Yeah, me too. But I'm about to say, I mean somebody that he deserved to be over that. Because to me, here's my thing: Kyrie's resume to me. What is he like? A what? He a one-time champion, and he has nice handles.
One-time champion, I think 3-time All NBA.
Maybe like a 4-time All-Star, 5-time All-Star, whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
For me, for the greatest 75 players of all time. Kyrie shouldn't be on that list.
I think he should, but yeah,
because my thing is like, here's the thing, because like for me, like the closest thing we've seen to Kyrie Irving is Allen Iverson, right? To be honest with you,
Allen deserves to be on the list. Like, there's no.
So he's not getting over Iverson, right?
No, there's no guard that should be on the list over Allen Iverson, like unless it's MJ. Like,
is he a point guard or a shooting guard?
Which one you want him to be?
So if there's a point guard, Magic got him, and if he's a 2 guard, then Kobe got him. So I'm trying to figure out which one he better.
Whatever one you want him to be, because you keep going to these
because Magic Johnson is the best point guard ever lived, and then Kobe it goes if we're going by Iverson as a 2 guard, then it definitely goes MJ, Kobe, D Wade, Iverson.
I don't know if I got D Wade over Iverson, but. I don't know if I got D Wade over Iverson. I don't know if I got D Wade over. First of all, I don't got D Wade over AI. That's just me. Now, the reason why everybody wears number 3 is because of Allen Iverson. The reason why everybody wears braids is because of Allen Iverson. The reason why players wear tattoos is because of Allen Iverson. The reason why niggas wear shooting sleeves is because of Allen Iverson. The best 6-foot player to ever play the game. Pound for pound, the best scorer to ever play the game. 6 foot, could score on anyone.
All right, so no. So okay.
Listen,
so
we talking about my guy. That's my guy.
I know. So here's the thing. So the reason why I always say now you know. Oh wow, my phone. Oh wow. Hey, my bad. Siri is talking to me. Hey, my bad, y'all. So like the reason why I always say like I always have D Wade over Iverson. Now, mind you, like I said, growing up in Pennsylvania, it was all Iverson. Everybody knew that. So like I grew up an Iverson fan. However, once I seen another person that emulated the Mamba mentality the most, outside of outside of Kobe, because like I'm a Kobe fan. So when you're looking for another player that emulates whatever Kobe does, the next person up was D Wade.
Okay.
Iverson, to me, don't get me wrong. When Iverson, when Iverson came to play, he was your enemy, right? And him and Kobe are best of friends, and he tried to kill Kobe.
50.
He tried to kill Kobe. Okay. We gave
MJ got 45. Just remember, the greatest player ever got 45 from AI. AI is the only player in league history to outscore MJ in a game. to average more than him when they played against each other.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
only player, the only player in league history.
Yeah, that's what I agree with. And Kobe's defense though, like so he didn't play for real like his first 2-3 years. That's the only reason.
I heard that. You know.
So, but on a serious note, and I feel like for me, D Wade, the way he won outside of LeBron, but the way like he was to me the next. Everyone always say, "Well, James Harden."
D Wade had better pieces around him to win every time. AI never had a team around him. The Sixers did him dirty. Dirty.
Absolutely. No,
he never
gave him a wash up. They gave him a wash up Mutombo and an Eric Snow.
He carried a bad team to the finals against Shaq and Kobe. He wasn't supposed to win.
Nah.
He won game one.
Not.
Listen, he won game one.
I'm about to game one though.
That is an accomplishment on itself because they should have got swept.
Hey, listen, when I remember watching game one as a kid, and I remember like I remember everybody was teasing me when I went to school because Iverson killed my Lakers, and I was like the only Laker fan in school and whatever. And I was like, everybody was like, "Oh, that's why we about to win this, that, the third. We should have been a Sixer fan." And I was just like, "Dang, we really about to lose."
It ain't over yet. It wasn't
over
yet.
Salty. I was like, "Golly, bro, we really about to lose." So that's why I say like.
And then Shaq went on an average damn near 40 a game.
I'm about to say for real. Let's talk about Shaq for real. Shaq was the reason why we won. But going back to the thing though, I just feel like Kyrie's Irving resume to me, it doesn't speak. Like even Klay Thompson is fringy. And the only reason why he's on the list is because his shooting. He's the second best shooter we've ever seen. That's a fact.
Yes.
He's the second best shooter. It's Steph, then it's Klay, then it's Ray Allen. That's the list, top three. So that's why I was like, I was telling her, I was like, the fact that he's on there, that's the only reason why he's on there.
Clay's not on the list. Clay's not on the list.
That's the reason why he should be on the list.
He should be on there, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason he should be on the list. Is because he's the second best shooter the NBA has ever seen. When I'm looking for this top 75, I need cool. Who are you have five players? I mean five positions.
It's 6 active players.
Divide that up by 75.
Yeah,
right.
But they didn't do it by position. They didn't do it by position. They just did this. That's the way I think they should have did it. Right, I agree with that. Yeah, they should have did it by that way, but they didn't. So they did it. They grandfathered it in the top 50. Top 50 is the top 50. Listen, I never had a problem.
That's what it was. So 15 of each. 15 of each. That's what I was looking at. So you have 15 point guard, 15 shooting guard, 15 small forwards, 15 power forward, 15 centers. That's the list. If you don't make the list, you're not top 15 in your position. That's it. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, that would have been the best way to do it. I think that would have been a great way to do it.
Yeah, that's
I feel like it's dudes on the list from the old days who probably shouldn't be on there. Like, and I can't think of nobody off the top of my head right now besides George Mikan, because when I heard that stat and I looked it up to see how true it was, and it was very true, it kind of it took me to a place like, yo, like, you don't got Dwight Howard on this list, but you got this guy on the list. That
bothered me because
Bill Walton is another. You know, I knew a name I couldn't remember. Bill Walton is another one. He only had three. He only had 3 healthy years.
That's okay.
3 healthy years.
I feel like Bill Walton. That's hard.
3 healthy years. Listen, Bill Walton is an icon outside of basketball. But on the court, he had 3 healthy years.
But listen, when he was on the court, there was nobody. He was there was nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those like Yao Ming, right? Yeah, when Yao Ming, he had until he got hurt in the playoffs against the Lakers. When he broke his foot, after that, his career was over, right?
Right.
And I was always telling people, I was like, I still don't believe he should be in the Hall of Fame because you were 7'6" and you were good.
I think y'all should. I think y'all
at the Hall of Fame.
It's guys with less stats than Yao Ming that's in the Hall of Fame.
So I have a problem with that too.
The Hall of Fame is listen.
It's turned into the Hall of Really Good. Okay.
Yeah, it is the Hall of. It's always been the Hall of Really Good. It's never been the Hall of Great.
Because I'm like, first of all, Chris Webber, you know, for the timeout. So I'm not understanding.
Again, that's why I said it's always for the Hall of Really Good. You know.
There's some players I'm just like, I guess, but that's why. Fuck it, put Mike Bibby in there. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I look at this now. Put Mike Bibby in there. Where's White Chocolate? Where's Ray for Austin?
Listen,
where don't play that?
Listen, Bill Walton is somebody who I look at and be like, he was a great player for 3 years. That's like Terrell Davis in football. Terrell Davis had 2 great years.
Take it back. Because everybody on the Broncos knows it wasn't for TD, they wouldn't have won them Super Bowls. And that's a fact.
But he only had 2 good years, man. It was the 2 good years he had.
The reason why he's in the Hall of Fame is because of what he did in the playoffs, not what he did in the regular season.
But that's what I'm saying. But it was 2 good years. It's still 2 good years.
No, it's what he did. It's because it was throughout his career. No, it's throughout his career. What he's shown up and did.
He only the played most rushing yards. Years.
Listen, so you mean to tell me in 2 years he has the most rushing yards ever by a running back in the playoffs? Ever
in the playoffs, yeah, because it's only a limited amount of games in the playoffs.
What I'm saying,
it's not like it's a whole season.
What I'm trying to tell you though, the reason why he's in the Hall of Fame is because what he did contribute to, like when it came to the playoffs.
Them 2 years.
Reggie, you're missing.
Everybody doesn't go. Everybody doesn't go to the playoffs.
2 years. Okay, so now in 2 years he won 2 championships. Okay, big whoop. So that means Tom Brady only good for 7. That's what I'm saying. Like. That's what I'm saying.
No,
right?
Tom Brady has a 20-year career that stands the test of time over anyone. His numbers, regular season, playoffs, Super Bowls, his numbers speak. Terrell Davis had 2 good regular seasons. He had 2 good playoffs, the 2 years they won. And the rest of the time he was hurt with concussions.
Okay.
That's why he retired early.
Because Edgerrin James should be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Edgerrin James? You talking about Edge? You talking about EJ? Indianapolis Colts? You talking about a guy who played 10 plus years? We're not talking about a guy who played 7 years, man. And most of that time he wasn't injured.
So he has 60 TDs. This is TD. He has 60 TDs. He has 7,607 rushing yards for his career.
That's like 3 seasons, bro.
What?
That's 7 seasons. That's 7 seasons. That's 7 seasons.
Listen,
that's 7 seasons.
Listen to me though.
That's 7 seasons.
So listen, hold on.
That's 1,000 yards a season. That's 1,000 yards a season.
All right, let's say he had 7. So if he did that in 7, right? He did that in 7.
How many? Look up Emmitt Smith and how many yards he got. Look up Barry Sanders and how many yards he got.
We're not going to do. Because you know damn well.
Barry retired early. Listen, look up Barry. Look up Barry Sanders. Look at Barry Sanders.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say, because everybody, I love Emmitt Smith. Like, Emmitt Smith is the greatest running back because he has the most rushing yards. First of all, he played till he was like 47. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll take him off. Look at Barry Sanders.
Now, Barry
look
Sanders
at Barry.
Is the one.
Let's look at Barry, who played 12 seasons, and look at his numbers.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, we'll use somebody who retired early because Barry walked away from the game on his own will.
I agree. That's one person I always tell people like, nah. I'll go with Barry Sanders over anybody because he retired early and that was my guy. So
yeah.
And he said it was like 12 years, right?
Yeah.
15,000.
That's my point.
Yeah, 15,000.
That's my point.
So all right, so listen. So to your point, what I'm saying is, and I feel like this is why I was like, because I love how everybody makes the argument that TD should never been in the Hall of Fame, right? So for regular season, this is regular season. He had 7,000 yards. This is not including his playoff career. So the 2 years that he was like, every time he was in the playoffs, he put on. Even if they lost, he put on. You can never blame it on TD, right? But 2 years he did one, he went off. Right? So my thing is, what I tell people is like, outside of his regular season accomplishments, whatever he did in the playoffs and how he impacted the game in the playoffs or whatever, that was mine. It was like once in a lifetime. You're not going to see another running back do something like that in the playoffs. That's the reason why I feel like, because we have yet to see it. When the name of running back that's put on in the playoffs that TD did, you can't.
Nobody. I can't.
You can't. That's why I say like that is why I say combine that with his whole resume. You're right though, because I feel like he didn't play that long. So let's say he didn't have the concussions and all that shit going on.
Right.
He could have played a nice little 10 to 12 year career It probably could have had about 13, 14,000.
Do we have a different conversation?
Sharp. That's like Sterling Sharp.
Who's not in the Hall of Fame?
I didn't even know. Crazy part, I didn't know nothing, right? I had to look him up. And if you look blindfold, I didn't know who he was. You look at his stats, you're like,
Shannon's older brother.
How do you not know? How do you not put him in the Hall of Fame? But you got some people.
Again, that's how I'm looking at. That's why I look at TD the way I look at TD.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I look at TD the way I look at TD. You look at Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp was a beast. Absolutely. I remember Sterling Sharp. He played for the Packers. He was a beast. Like Shannon's big bro. Like Shannon's big brother was a problem.
Yeah,
and never had a great quarterback. Ever. He got Brett Favre, and then he got hurt.
Yep.
He didn't even get a chance to play with. He didn't even get a chance to play with good Brett Favre.
Listen, I'm still waiting on the call to hear my dog Dante Culpepper.
That's one that's listen, Dante Culpepper. He was nice.
When he was on the Vikings, hey, I almost became a Vikings fan watching them boys play like that.
Listen, they was balling. They was balling.
Man, there's a lot of people I also feel like it's also about kissing the ring, right? Because the original as much as I Pearson, how long it took him to get in?
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember one of my cousins was a Cowboys fan. And
God. And
he lived in Harrisburg, so he was really hated. But he was a Cowboy fan, but he had a Drew Pearson jersey. So he used to tell me all the stats about the original 88, or whatever.
He made the number legendary.
I was like, so why I never heard of him? Why he ain't in the Hall of Fame if he was that good? And it's crazy because there's a lot of things that you gotta kiss the ring. And it's like a lot of people ain't doing. That's why I feel like a lot of people, especially in the NBA, are starting to get these calls now. Like, you mean to tell me Chris Bosh should be in the Hall of Fame? Think about it real quick. Think about it real hard. Real hard. I want you real hard. The only reason why he's in the Hall of Fame because he had blood clots. That's it.
I like Bosh. Don't get me wrong. I like Bosh. He won chips with. He won chips with Miami, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Fame? It was a name that I was just thinking about, and I lost it that fast because you said Chris Bosh, and it threw me off.
I was so the list was like, what? I haven't seen that was a bad list. I think the Kobe, Kim, Tim Duncan, the ones after 5 years, you just know they're going to the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm mad that T-Mac's not on the top 75. Ooh. I'm mad that T-Mac got snubbed.
Ooh.
Now, I'm mad that Vince got snubbed.
Okay, fair enough. He could greatest Dunker of all time. Yeah, he should be on there.
Listen, playoff Vince. I remember when Vince came to Philly and gave us almost 50 versus AI. Him and AI went back to back, and he missed the last second shot so the Sixers could go to the finals. I remember that. He graduated from college, went to his graduation. People called him a fool because he went to go to his graduation. Flew to Philly, came to the arena, got suited up, went out, did warm-ups, and went off on us. And the only reason why they lost is because he missed the fadeaway instead of jumping straight up and shooting a jump shot. That's it.
All I'm saying is, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I remember Vince. That Vince was different. Toronto Vince was different.
All I'm saying is, I don't feel like Vince was known for his scoring. He had moments, but he wasn't known for scoring.
He could score.
Yeah, I'm about to say he wasn't
he's over 15,000 points. He's over 15,000 points.
He had 20. He had 20.
Oh yeah, he is at 20.
He has 20. But I'm just saying he wasn't known for a score. That's longevity right there. That's his longevity. Yeah. Those are longevity points right there. People that are known for scoring are in the top 10. Carmelo.
Yeah. Listen, hey, listen. That man's a bucket. Professional bucket.
That's what I'm saying. Those are scores. I'm talking about Vince. You think about Vince. If AI would have had a few good years, few good teams, and then get hurt to the end of his career, he would have easily had 30,000.
So I got a question for you. I got to ask you a question. Since we're talking basketball still, I got to ask you, have you seen the Scottie Pippen comments? And how do you feel about Scottie Pippen in these comments?
He's absolutely right.
He's right?
Yeah.
He's right about what?
Yeah. So
what is he right about?
He's right about everything. He's right about everything. Like, if you think about it, like, if you make a documentary about your life, it's going to be the way you tell the story.
So wait, hold on, wait. Because you were on the documentary. It's not like you didn't talk. It's not like you didn't answer the questions.
No, listen, and this is the fact. Everybody said it. Jordan edited out the parts that were like when they said what they said, he edited out the parts to make himself look good. That was a fact. That was verified right after the documentary came out. That was no secret.
So
the only person that didn't get edited was Kobe, and that's because he died. That's the only person that get edited.
The Scotty parts. Because Scotty got a whole episode dedicated to him. So
he did, but it still got. He said it. He was like.
So wait, hold on. So wait, hold on. I want to clear this up. Scotty got a whole episode dedicated. The documentary was shot 20 years ago. The interviews were done 3 years ago. So let's be clear. They weren't done 20 years ago. They were done 3 years ago, where he had a chance to reflect on them. So he knew what he was saying. Scotty, you didn't go out there when Tony Kukoc was going to shoot. Like when Phil picked Kukoc over you, that's not an MJ editing that.
No, he's not talking about the, when you decided, the stuff that actually happened.
Listen. When you decided to not get your foot surgery done and to hold out and get your foot surgery done at the beginning of the season, that's your decision, right?
So retiring and not telling nobody, that wasn't Michael Jordan's decision either?
Scotty.
No. Answer the question, because you want me answer the question. That's not the, because we're not gonna call one person selfish and not call the other person selfish.
He had to tell everybody that he wanted to retire.
Oh, you are biased. You are the most biased Michael Jordan ever. You are biased.
I just want to know. No, listen. I'm asking a question.
Is it selfish or not?
I'm asking a question. My dad just died, and I want to retire.
Don't give me that. Because people have played when they people just died. You don't sit there and just tell nobody, just don't show up one day and you say, I'm done.
I'm done. Like, if I want to be, I can't
make the war with your. Hold on. Because I wish you would. If me and you on the same team and we just won 3 back to back, and all of a sudden you be like, nah, bro, I'm just gonna leave and don't tell me. That's what happened with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. And you see what the fuck just happened after that. So don't give me that. Wait, like, you're not supposed to tell me.
But Scotty, you also said you feel bad for not calling him and saying, yo, I'm sorry your dad died.
Okay, Dad, he did say that.
So why do I gotta call you and tell you I'm not coming back? You never called me, and you still didn't. Even when you started showing my shoes off on camera, begging me to come back, you still, even when I came back, you didn't even tell me I'm sorry your dad died, man. I'm sorry I didn't reach out during that time. You still didn't. So why do I gotta tell you I'm retiring when you ain't even talking to me? You only want to be back so you can win. Because you didn't win without me. And I didn't win without you.
So listen, because I love how you Johnny Cochran from Michael Jordan right now. I love it. Because I know what is your LeBron time? I know you going Johnny Cochran the shit out of me when it comes to LeBron. Absolutely. So I'm that's the point right now. We're not talking about, don't bring LeBron into this. He ain't got nothing to do with this.
Scotty did. Scotty brought LeBron into it.
Of course he did. Because he
okay.
Listen, because I will tell you the reason why Scotty's so upset. Scotty is upset is because legit Jordan I'll give you this. Jordan made boss moves and he didn't feel obligated because he was the man. Where LeBron, he's so much of a people. That's why everybody's like, he would never be Jordan, this and the third. The reason why he can't is because LeBron is legit cool with everybody. He has no beef. If you're the 15 man on the bench to your right-hand man, he's cool with everybody.
I got one for you. I got one better for you. Better for you. Since we're gonna use MJ leaving, right? Kobe didn't tell nobody he was looking at Chicago homes till after they said they was gonna bring him back. Because Kobe was leaving. Kobe was going to Chicago. He's admitted that.
He told Phil.
Phil already said he didn't want him.
But he told Phil.
He told it to Phil after Phil said it. But
so again, so what else he got to tell?
But he didn't.
Who was on the team? Who was on the team?
Shaq was still on the team at that time. Shaq was still there. Shaq was
I'm not
there.
talking to Shaq. We beefing right now.
MJ got to tell Scotty.
They
wasn't
weren't
the best of
beefing.
friends. They wasn't the
They
best of
weren't
friends.
beefing. But they weren't beefing though.
Listen, but MJ
Shaq
told
coming
Phil
out of
too.
legit beef right now.
But MJ told Phil too.
But that's what I'm saying. So, all right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to compare Kobe and Shaq to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Those are two different scenarios.
MJ told Phil too. MJ told Phil too.
No, MJ told Phil because he actually respected Phil, and they thought he was on the same playing level. So if Michael Jordan doesn't already respect you, why are we having this conversation?
That's my point.
So if Michael Jordan, that's what Scotty's saying. He was like, legit, I didn't get the same. He said, I went to war with this dude, and he didn't give me not an ounce of respect. If anybody, you don't have to tell Cartwright. You ain't got to tell Ron Harper. You ain't got to tell Paxson. But hell, at least tell me. It was me that was holding your stupid ass up at the flu game. It was me. Flu game was
after
that. It was me. It was me that I switched off of Magic because he cooked you that first game. And I freaking say, I got him for you so you can go ahead and carry us to the chip. I did that for you. Like, we went to war, bro.
But that was your job. That was your job.
No, nah, you
are the best defender on the planet.
No. Oh, let y'all tell it. You're freaking Jordan sexuals. Y'all freaking say Jordan was the best defender to ever live.
No, I never said that. I've never said that. I always said Scotty is the better defender out of them two. I've always said that.
So here's the thing.
I've always said that.
I've always said that. Right? No, listen.
Scotty guarded the best player every night. That was Scotty's job. Scotty's job was to listen.
I read Phil Jackson's book. Phil Jackson said he came in a team meeting after they got cooked that first game, and he was like, "Hey, Jordan, you're not guarding Magic Johnson. Scotty, you're guarding him." That was because if it was up to Jordan. Jordan would have kept on guarding Magic Johnson, and they would end up losing.
Of course, Jordan has too much pride. He's too competitive. Shit, you just saw the story where Jeremy Roenick said he went and played golf with Jordan for 18 holes, and he took all his goddamn money. And nigga said double or nothing. And Roenick said, "You got to get me 40 points tonight." And that nigga went out and got 45.
That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good ass story. I like that story. That was a good story. But no, I would say
everyone says it. Like everyone says, even Chris Paul still says it to this day. He said even at Jordan's camp right now, Jordan is still the most competitive dude in the room.
Yeah. So I would say this.
He
go back to your
doesn't back down
sentiment.
from nothing.
To go back to your original sentiment, the reason why I kind of see what Scotty's talking about is because Scotty was drafted and he already knew what situation he's coming into. He was there to be Robin. Like that was his job. And he felt like he held up his end of the bargain. So when everybody said I don't agree with it either. When he didn't go in when Tony Kukoc or whatever, he tried to sit down, he was pouting and all that. By that time, I felt like that by that moment, Jordan and Pippen's relationship was strained. And we're just now hearing about it because Scotty been dropping Nick bits off all throughout the years, and now he has a whole memoir out, and now everybody reading about all the dirty laundry. And that's the reason why I will say this. Jordan is the smartest person, and everybody knows. And he said it. He was like, he had to one-up LeBron. This is what you're talking about when he said he brought LeBron in it. He was like, he had to one-up LeBron. That's why he came up with the documentary at that time, because LeBron was doing his thing. He had to one-up him because, like you said, competitive, right? It's smart. That's what I say. Jordan is the most. He's a Kobe
cerebral. He's the most cerebral person there is.
That's it.
Listen,
he's a cerebral assassin. That's what it is. Cerebral assassin.
He really is. And listen, he did that shit because that documentary was never supposed to come out.
Bro, it wasn't supposed to come out for like another 2-3 years, and they rushed it. You remember that? It was supposed to come out like 2023, 24.
Even more so, before that, it wasn't even supposed to come out. Jordan never wanted that documentary to come out. What happened was, and he said it in an interview, he said, well, we're bringing the documentary out because now everybody wants to know about our last year. So I'm going to give the people what they want because they keep hearing there was a documentary shot. He said, I never wanted this to come out. I didn't want it to be. He said, I never wanted it. This was Phil's idea for the documentary. The documentary was actually Phil's idea. Yeah, Jordan fought it and said, don't put it out for the longest. It was supposed to come back out in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And he kept pushing it off, and they finally put it out. And did he rush it after LeBron won that chip with the during COVID? Absolutely, he did. Yeah, he
So I'll
absolutely
say this
did.
to wrap it up, the real quick on this little piece of the segment. I'll just say my final thoughts is that I want everybody to kind of see though, like kind of all my people that like are diehard Jordan fans. With true respect, I get it because Jordan is smart. I'm not gonna say
Too
Jordan,
smart.
but I was gonna say that listen to what Scotty's saying and kind of see his point of
Oh
view.
no, I see Scotty's point of view. I'm never going to say I don't see his point of view.
Because
I might not
he
agree
has
with
some
his point of
valid.
view.
Because I'm not saying that. I'm like I agree with Scotty on everything. Because some of the stuff like stop crying. Like at this point, like stop crying. But at the same time, it's like for you to be a top like 75 or top 100 player, right, of all time, he doesn't get the respect or whatever. And he said he contributed a lot to that Bulls team that won 6 championships, and he doesn't get a respect because if Jordan says it, that's it, case closed. And he's letting everybody know.
But Jordan has said multiple times that they don't win without Scotty. He said that.
But he also had made some backsided comments to Scotty too. So like,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. And then like, here's the thing, and this is where,
I agree with what Stephen.
Scotty,
I agree with what Stephen A. said. And this is one of the rare times I agree with what Stephen A. said. You wasn't MJ, bro.
Oh no, that part, yeah, I agree with that. But I'm also agree with Shannon when he was like, if I got to keep on bigging around, I can't keep on being the bigger person in the room. Or if you keep on having to be the bigger person, that means you're hanging around a lot of small people. Scotty pretty much has to keep on being the bigger person. Every time Jordan says something slick or he does some backslid or whatever behind closed doors, or he cutting out certain things or whatever to make himself look good over Scotty, like after a while, like, hey, bro, like enough is enough.
But from what I heard about the interviews, if they didn't chop it up the way they did, Scotty made himself look real bad on the Scotty part of the documentary. He made himself look even worse.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I heard a lot because even Horace Grant said they cut a whole segment of his.
Well, Horace Grant was different. Horace Grant was different because they all agreed to cut out Horace Grant shit. Phil even agreed to that because they didn't like what Horace Grant was saying about them. So Horace Grant wasn't just talking about Mike; he was talking about Phil and Scotty, and they all agreed Rodman. Yeah, and they agreed to cut his shit out, like because they didn't like what he was saying about them.
But I'm about to say, and then Scotty had said some stuff like it wasn't gonna make Jordan look bad, but it wasn't gonna make like glorify him like
it wasn't gonna glorify him either. Yeah, it wasn't gonna glorify him either.
So it was one. I know what you're talking about. He had said something, basically telling his business or another reason why the whole Tony Kukoc beef or whatever. Yeah. And they cut that part out because it was like, bro, that's not needed. Like we weren't asking that question. But I think that was another thing. But it was something else too. But I know it was another part. Like it was definitely like he was coming for Jordan and his gambling.
Yeah, he was coming at MJ's gambling.
I think he was saying something like that, and then like Jordan was like cut that whole thing out
because he tried to make it sound like that was the reason why his dad got killed. So they didn't want to put that in there, but this is coming from a guy who never reached out to me and said anything about my dad dying either. So I get why you don't want that in there.
I heard a different story, but hey, real quick because I gotta go. So I want to say.
We didn't even talk about Dave Chapelle. Like we get out of here.
I'm about to say we're going to wrap it up real quick. Just give your thoughts on the Dave Chapelle Netflix special, and then we're gonna sign off the net. I'm gonna go ahead and give my spiel real quick. So go ahead. Me and Reggie talked about this offline because I was late to the party and I didn't see it, but I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't like fall off your couch funny. But it was a lot of dimes he dropped, right? And it was like, dang. My favorite dime he dropped when he was talking about the baby, because I live in Charlotte when the baby shot that guy in Walmart. I was there. And I remember, like, first of all, his name wasn't the baby at the time, it was something else. But he shot the dude or whatever, and he got off, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an uproar, it wasn't nothing major. He got off. But he said something bad about the LGBTQ community, and all of a sudden, it's locked. It's like, oh shoot, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Dave Chapelle has never really said anything that wasn't already true.
Bro.
And I feel like that story he was telling with the comedian, the whole whatchamacallit or whatever, that's legit.
The trans comedian. The trans comedian that was his friend that the LGBTQ turned on because she stood up for Dave Chapelle.
So it was like stuff like that. It just makes me like, how much power? Like, it's legit. A man could kill somebody. We won't bat an eye, but say something about the LGBTQ community, and it's all hell breaks loose. And I agree. I agree.
I got one better for you. LGBT community, y'all gonna hate me because I'm gonna say this shit today. So y'all gonna try to cancel us now. So I hope y'all get ready for this.
Word.
Y'all as a community ain't shit. And I'm gonna be real. Listen to this shit. So the baby got to perform at Rolling Loud in New York with 50 because the LGBT community said, "Oh, we think he's okay to perform now. We give him permission to perform now." Who the fuck are y'all? Like this is the bullshit. So
yeah,
you want to cancel Dave because he said some real life shit about y'all, but y'all want to be included. So in the words of inclusion, right? If I'm a comedian, I'm supposed to tell jokes about y'all because that's what I do for a living.
So I was about to say, I don't know if anybody has seen Carlos Miller. When he did his joint down in front of Steph Curry and them, that little spill he did, whatever, about the LMNOP community, or whatever. Everybody thought it was funny. Nobody was trying to cancel him. None of that, or whatever. It was the jokes. But I feel like, and this is why I say, and this is when we had a conversation last season, and we're probably gonna have more conversation about it because I'm pretty sure more is gonna come up later on. But my thing is like like I said all the time, I just feel like there's too much opinions, and people do your thing. Like at the end of the day, be you. Stop caring what other people. Like everybody's like, oh, they canceled the baby, and I said this already. The baby already has his money. He's still spending Suge money.
But
okay,
y'all allowed him to perform. Only thing y'all did was y'all blocked the performance out on YouTube. Y'all had YouTube block the performance out. So when he performed with 50, 50 brought him out. They cut the live feed. So the whole time he was on stage, they just went to a different stage. Like I talked to people who watched Rolling Loud. Like they went to a whole different stage when he got on stage.
But he already made his money.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody like, oh, we canceled, but he already has his money.
Dude, like who are y'all to cancel anybody?
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like this whole, and this goes back to my original point, and I feel like we're gonna do an episode eventually. I just want to talk about cancel culture as a whole. Because that's like one of my biggest pet peeves, but this whole cancel culture is just getting out of hand. If you don't like something, you want to cancel it. All right. Hell, that's the case. Cancel the Celtics, okay? Because I don't like them. Cancel the Celtics.
Cancel a lot of shit.
Like,
I mean, you can be black and you could talk about black people. You could talk about bitches, hoes, all that shit.
What?
But the moment you say something about the LGBTQ community, then it's a problem.
Right. And I
but it's not a problem when it's not a problem when they talk about black people or they talk about Asians or they talk about white people. That's not a problem.
Right. I agree.
But the problem is when we talk about y'all, for what? What's the problem? Y'all want to be included, then we should be allowed to talk about y'all.
Simple. And that should drop the mic on that right there. I love that point right there. Hey,
that's all I got to say.
Put that on the Facebook post right there.
That's all I got to say.
Hey,
man, I did want to talk about Drink Champs and Kanye, but you gotta watch that first or listen to it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I watched the clip. Yeah. I gotta watch the whole thing.
Listen,
Kanye, he was like, hey, he said, I got more. I got more money than all y'all in this chat combined.
Right.
Dang. Listen, and then we're gonna talk about your man Joe Budden. We're gonna talk about your man Joe Budden. Okay.
Yo, Joe said that shit. I don't really think he did it.
Nah, don't defend him now, bro. Nah, bro.
Listen,
go ahead. I meant to send you that clip. Hey, you know what?
I watched the episode. I listened to the episode. I listen to Joe Budden podcast every week. I listen to Joe Budden podcast every week. Yeah.
I was like, boy, I
don't miss an episode.
To Reggie about this.
Listen, I don't miss an episode of the JBP. I don't miss an episode. That's my podcast at work. I listen to for 3 hours every week. I don't miss an episode 2 times a week. Listen, he said what he said. I know what he was saying in the context of the like. If you gotta watch the whole episode, the clip makes it sound crazy, but you gotta watch the whole episode and see where they started at in the conversation that got to that statement. Because they're talking about the same. They're talking about the same thing we talking about right now. They literally talking about the same thing we talking about right now.
Hey, listen up, y'all. I'm glad y'all enjoyed this little talk we had. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to start potting again. Hey, coming up on the next episode, though, we're going to talk about this whole Will and Jada thing. That's going to be the one thing we're going to talk about. Because I want to go deep into this. It might be an hour-long conversation. Hey, we might bring on some special guests.
Listen, that might be the whole episode. I don't think we talk about nothing else but that.
That's what I'm saying. I think we should just talk about the Will and Jadas of the world. I think that's just going to be the conversation.
Yes.
So we need to talk about that stuff and how we feel as a community, and we might bring on some special guests, have some people talk about it. So hey, Reggie, I don't know about you, but this first episode felt pretty good.
It felt great to be back.
Yeah, it felt real good. It felt real good, man. I felt it's in there. It's 11:00 p.m. over here, and I'm supposed to be at a whole kickback right now. But everybody been blowing up my phone. And I'm supposed to just come down the street. Like, bro, I'll be there in a minute. Golly.
Right. We got a little pie to do.
Listen, I was like, my pie comes first. Hey, but nah, seriously, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this new season. Like I said, it felt good to just talk BS or whatnot. For all those new listeners, for all my old listeners, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Follow us on all social media platforms. We got Facebook, we got Instagram. I know I've been saying it, but Snapchat is coming soon. We have iHeartRadio. We have Apple Podcast. We have
look at him. He's doing my part now.
I am now. I'm trying, bro. I told you I'm gonna try some new things. Hey, and we got I was doing good. Spotify and what's the last one? I always forget the last one. Anchor. Goddamn Anchor. Hey, but listen, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go hit us all up. All the links, you know what I'm saying, are on our respective pages or whatever. Hey, if you like this episode, whatever, please leave a comment on the video or wherever you're watching. Just show us some love. Let us know that you liked it, what you want to see. We're always looking for feedback, and we're looking for guests. If you feel like you got something to say, come on down. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know. If we come on this show, be prepared to wear your bulletproof vest, because we coming. We asking the hard questions. You're gonna be put on the spot for the millions and billions to get a glimpse of all this. But with that being said, Reggie, you got any closing comments?
Listen, man, you did my spill, so I don't even know how to close the show right now. Like,
yeah.
But man, thanks for everybody watching. This was great to be back. We got our episodes coming, so this will be up pretty soon here. I just want to wish my son a happy birthday. His birthday is Sunday, November 7th. So I wish him a happy 16th birthday. Jalen, I love you, kid. But we back. So, you can find us on all streaming platforms: Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Pods, iHeartRadio, Breaker. You name it, we on it, man. Listen, we got more stuff coming. We got more episodes coming. We got guests coming. Listen, man, if you want to be on the show, you know how to get at me. Hit my phone, hit my socials. Coach Reg. It's not Coach Reggie B anymore. It's Coach Reg, because I got blocked out on my old page. So I got a new one. So I got to change the heading on there. But yeah, Coach Reg is me. You can hit JB the Kid 1 up on his socials. Listen, man, we around. And we going to be here, man. And we going to talk what we talk about. It's nothing more, nothing less, man. We actually about to get off the clock. Until next week, we see y'all later.
Peace out, everybody.